All right. Are we on page 151, 152? Okay. So let's take a look at problem number 2. Problem number 2. This is on page 151, 152. You still with me on this adventure?
Uh-huh.
Wait, sorry, no, I'm spaced. 151 and 152.
Yeah. Okay. They tell us solve the system with substitution or elimination. So which one seems like the better of the methods to solve this with?
Why? I don't know what that means. Why do we have to do this?
Addition.
Build your thought process.
Are we going to turn off the lights?
Sure.
Thanks, Autumn.
So what do you think? Substitution, is it easy to solve for a letter? Yes or no? Like, no. It seems a lot tougher to solve for a letter. So I would say we're going to use the addition method, which is also called elimination. So can I add my two equations together right now and have one of the letters go away? Does everyone feel comfortable with that? Okay. So I'm going to put that in parentheses. I'll put this in parentheses. Which letter, once I'm here, things that I look for is, okay, do I have an opposite sign of any of my letters? The X's are both positive. What are the signs of my Y's? Negative and positive. So we have one of each, right? So I sometimes think that would be the better way to go, to get rid of the Y's first, so you don't have to distribute through with a negative so you don't make a mistake. Okay? So what's the smallest number that both 2 and 5 go into? 10. So what should I multiply the whole top equation by to make my Y value 10? 5.
And then 2.
Okay, so I'm going to bring this one over here. So that's, 15x minus 10y equals 15. And then what should I multiply the whole bottom equation by to make my 5y 10y? 2. Distribute here, here, and here. That's going to be 4x plus 10y equals 42. If I add my two green equations together, well, 15x and 4x is 19x, agree?
Wait,
Where?
I thought you wanted to get the same number of x. Oh wait, never mind.
I chose to get rid of the y's because I had opposite sign down already. Do the y's go away?
Yes.
They do, so they just cancel each other out. And then that's equal to, add those together, 15 added to 42 is 57, I believe. And so I divide both sides by 19. Those are going to cancel, so how many times do you think 19 goes into 57? 4? 3? What is it? 3 times 20 is 60. So 3 times 19 might be 57. Okay? So I have my first answer. I have 3 comma something. Agree? So I want to figure out what my y value is. Where do I need to plug that 3 to find my y value? Yeah, I need to plug it into either one of the equations. Your choice. Doesn't matter. I would probably pick the bottom equation. Is that okay? What was where those parentheses were? What letter was there? X. What's going to go there now? 3. So 2 times 3 is 6 plus 5y equals 21. Subtract 6, right?
Wait, how do you know whether to take the -2 or the 5?
I'll say that one more time, I'm sorry.
How do you know when to take away the -2 or the 5? Could you do either way?
Are you back on the green? Or
How did you get the red equation correlating to the y?
oh, okay, so this, I took this equation. I could take either this one or this one.
So you could do either.
So I chose this one, and I plugged in for my x value.
Okay.
So I get 3. So if these had been graphed, they would have crossed at 3, 3. But there's nothing to say that these would have graphed nicely to show us 3, 3. So that was a pretty good way to do it. Yeah.
So how do you know, or like, how did you get the 5 and the 2 in the green? Like
Okay.
at the very top?
So when I was looking at it, I eliminated the idea of saying substitution's not going to work because I can't solve for y. So you're good with that. So then I have my two equations. I'm like, okay, I have an x value and a y value on both. And I honestly looked because I had a -2 and a +5 for my y's. I thought, let's get rid of the y so I don't have to distribute a negative. Now if everything on both was positive, you just have to pick between the x and the y. I could have, if I wanted to, I could have gotten rid of the x's by multiplying the whole top by 2 and the whole bottom by like -3. So it's kind of your choice. All right, will you all try problem number 1? It should be done pretty much the same way. Oh, actually, I take it back. Don't do problem number 1. Do problem number 4, please. Problem number 4. See if you can figure it out. Yeah. Go ahead.
So how did you get 5 and 2?
Because I was choosing to get rid of my y's. So what's the smallest number both 5 and 2 go into? 10. So I'd have to multiply the top one by 5 to get a -10y, bottom one by 2 to get a negative or positive 10y. Give you about another 90 seconds to see if you can figure it out.
Did I just have to count? We may never know.
Ready?
No.
Add another 20 seconds. Okay, let's go for it. Item 1, can I add my equations together as they sit and have one of the letters go away? Everyone feel comfortable saying no? The reason is, if I add them together, I'll get 16x minus 9y equals 1. Well, that didn't help as much. So then, do we have x values that are 1 positive, 1 negative, or y values that's 1 positive, 1 negative? No. So now we have to kind of progress a little bit further and say, okay, what should we get rid of? Should we get rid of the x's or the y's? And there's not a right or wrong answer to that. What do you think?
Got rid of the y's.
Get rid of the y's? I like that. Okay, if I get rid of the y's, I have to make sure when I'm multiplying, I do distribute a negative. Agreed? So what's the smallest number that both 4 and 5 have in common? And again, we're choosing to get rid of the y's right now. 20. Okay, so if I multiply this one by 5 and this one by 4, now I have to pick one of them to make negative. Which one do you want to make negative? 4? Sounds good. All right, so here we go. I'm going to distribute. You could have made the top negative as well. it would have worked out the same way. So that's going to be 35x minus 20y, and 0 times 5 is still 0, right?
Yeah.
All right. Then I'm going to distribute negative 4 here. So I get negative 36, or negative 36. And then negative 4 times that. Negative times negative is positive, right? And then I get negative 4 as my last. Good with that? All right, so if I add these two new equations together, will one of my letters go away?
Yes.
Yeah. So 35x subtract 36x is negative 1x, or just negative x, agree? What about the y's? They're gone. So I get negative x equals negative 4. So what does x have to equal? Close. 4.
Wait, what?
Oh, I got that.
Yeah, you have to change both signs because it was
I got
negative.
x equal
All right, so that's my x value right there, right? So now I need to find my y value. So then I have to say to myself, do I want to plug into the x on the top equation or the x on the bottom equation? And it doesn't really matter which one you pick. They're both going to be the same. You want the top? Bottom? What do we think? Top? All right, so I have 7 minus 4y equals 0. What was right here just now? What, now 4 is going there. Next was there, right? That's a 4. Good there. Subtract 28. So negative 4y equals negative 28. So y is equal to what? 7. Because you divide by both sides by negative. There's my solution. If I had graphed those, that's where those two would have crossed each other. So each of these equations right now has had one solution each. Okay? So I want you to take, why don't we say about 10 minutes. And I would like for you to complete problem number 6 and problem number 10. Problem 6 and 10. They're both going to be done by elimination. Okay? So I'll give you 10 minutes. Give it an honest work. Okay? You're trying, you're practicing it now. All right, problem number 6. Problem number 6, we had 2x plus 7y is equal to 5. And then we had 4x plus 14y equals 10. So as we look at this problem, we can't solve for a letter real easily. But I could probably get rid of a letter pretty easily by doing what?
Multiplying.
Which one? Top by?
Y, 7y, and 14y.
2?
Oh.
I did the y.
Or is it negative 2?
You can do negative 2.
Yeah, negative 2.
I didn't do that. I'm not
I did negative 4. Yeah.
All right. Is that okay?
Yes.
Did I have to multiply the second equation by anything?
No.
Oh, Mr. Stirrup, I did y and then I got x. I got 0 for x.
So it's no solution.
Everything cancels out.
Is that a no
No,
solution?
that's true, isn't it? Is 0 equal to 0?
That's infinite solution.
Yeah, that's our infinite solutions. So if I had graphed this, it would be the same line lying on top of each other. Okay?
Wait. What if you
Hit or miss.
accidentally didn't notice that 7 times negative 2 equals 14, and then you instead did it to the x and then just multiplied both? Would you have gotten the wrong answer, or would it have just been longer?
Just longer. Cool. All right. So there's an infinite solution one. So everything drops out. You get a true statement, infinite solutions. And then what was the other problem I said? 10? Okay. Number 10. Let's take a look at that. Last one. Ooh, this one's nice. Why do I say this one's nice?
This one is nice.
This,
Because
yeah, the y's cancel out. I don't have to go multiply anything. I can just say, dude, let's just add these together, and I get 4x equals 8. So x has to equal 2, right?
yeah.
So my first answer is 2.
That's right.
What should I do with that 2 to get my y?
Plug it in.
Plug it into one of them. Plug it in either here or here. Doesn't matter. I'll plug it in.
Do it to the bottom one.
You got it. Subtract 2, right? So I got 5y equals 20. So what's y equal to? 4. 2 comma 4 is my answer. Sweet. So sometimes it's already handed to you. It's already, the little work is done.
Hey, I got one right.
Yay. Cool. All right. So now let's take this and switch it, and let's take a look at problem number 1. Now number 1 is set up like this. Okay. So problem number 1, this is not set up so we can use elimination, right? Because I don't have the x's and the y's on the same side. Make sense? So I know that y is equal to x plus 5. So what am I going to do with this x plus 5? What do you think? Yeah, I'm going to plug it into the other equation where y is. It goes right there. That okay? Okay, what should I do next?
Distribute.
Distribute the 35, right?
35x plus
5, 2, that's 15, 175? I think that's right. Is that right? About right? I don't know. And then if I combine those together, I get 25x. Oh, that's nice. And subtract 175 from both sides. Is that okay?
Yeah.
So then that gives me 125, I believe. Divide by both sides by 25. Oh, this is going to work out nice. So x has to equal 5. So there's one answer. What should I do with that x? Yeah. Is there one that's real easy to plug it into to get the answer? Yeah. I'd plug it into this top equation. Be like, dude, if I plug that in right there, it's already saying, hey, what's y equal to? Well, y is equal to 5 plus 5. Done. Okay, so substitution sometimes could be a nice trick for you. It can ease you through these problems pretty well. Okay? Will you try number 8?
Oh, number 8.
Try number 8.
Number 8 arena.
Give it an honest shot. Yeah, go ahead.
Shut up. I swear. Exactly. So, what are you doing? I will 7. Whoa. Just kidding.
Can x be 0?
Heck yeah, I can.
No, like if it's 6 minus 6x minus 6x,
Zero.
would
Zero.
it be x?
It's just 0.
Then negative
6x minus
Yes.
6x is 0.
So
There's
no
no
x.
x.
There's no x. Yeah, so no x. Stupid. actually have infinite stir?
It could be.
Would not be.
It's actually infinite solutions.
Okay.
But you don't do negative.
So what do you think? Did you all do this? Did you all recognize that this can plug into right there?
Yeah.
So that gives you 6x minus 2 parentheses equals 4. So where that was a y, but I'm going to put 3x minus 2 in there. Distribute that here and here. Ah, this is where you were thinking it was kind of goofy, right? Did I do my math right?
Yes.
Those cancel, so I get 4 equals 4. Is that true or false?
True.
True, so I have infinite solutions.
How do you say yes? No, not sure. Yes.
Cool. Cool. All right.
You're always hungry.
Will you do this? Try this for me.
No, I'm not touching.
Try number 16. Try number 16. It's graphing.
I'll take one of those.
Oh, wow.
Don't take it so big. You don't have to eat it. It's fine.
Oh, right, you're in Sophia too.
It's sugar free.
Oh yeah, that is true. Ear shot.
So how do we do this one? How do I graph the red?
Is it like y parenthesis 4x plus 3 parenthesis and then plus x equals?
We want to graph it though.
Oh.
Huh? Yeah, positive 3 on the y-axis. Thank you. And then from there, I'm going to go up 4. Oh, I'm up out of range. And over 1. I ran around my mind. Again, that's kind of why graphing is not the best. How is the blue one set up to do?
-2.
Yeah, cover method. -2 and -2, right? We get -2 and -2. Huh.
Looks like an x.
Can I see where that is? Yeah, it is. They cross each other, right? I think I'm off a little tiny bit. I think my red line was supposed to come down a little bit straighter like that, and that's where your intersection was, which looks like -1 comma -1 is a solution. How do we check if that's true or false? Plug it into both. I get -1 equals 4 times -1 plus 3. That gives me -1 equals -4 plus 3. So that's -1 equals -1. That's true. Plug it in the other one, make sure it works. It's -1 plus -1 equal to -2. Yup. So that is our solution.
Wait. How did you get the blue since it's just y plus x?
I cover methoded it. -2, -2, done. Box where it crosses the x and y axis. All right, try 17 and 18. See if you can figure out both of those. Try 17 and 18. Give you about 3 minutes to knock them out.
Yo, like.
Well,
I have it on this. I haven't put it on my other computer yet.
Give me the
I'm confused on the graphic part.
Okay.
Is this all gonna be on the quiz? Is that what
Uh-huh.
we reviewing?
Yep. All right, you're ready to try them? So they're both set up in slope-intercept form. So how would I graph that red one? Where's my first point to start? Positive 1. Cool. What's my slope? Down 1 and right 1, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Blue one. What's my y-intercept for my blue?
-5.
Everyone feel comfortable with that? How do I get from
Go up 1 over 2.
cool, and then up 1 over 2? Sweet. So that looks like 4, 4, -3. Try to draw that right. So that's my solution. Number 18. So those last two are already set up to use the slope-intercept. So you find the y-intercept, then the use the slope to find a second point. How are these two graphs set up for us to do?
X equals 4 and y equals 8.
Okay, so let me change my graph a little bit. Cool.
And then y equals 1.
All right, so we'll do this one in green. So cover method, x equals 4, you said? Cool. Cover method, y equals 8, I believe you said.
Just listen to that chew.
All right. Cover method work on this one as well. What does y equal to? What does y equal to?
Exactly. That's a great
1. What is that? Oh, wait, shoot. That should have been a 4x. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to goof that up. So that's x is 1. Whoops. That 1. And then what is y equal to?
4. 4y.
-4. If I think I did that right, it looks like 2, 3 is my solution. Okay? So, your quiz on Monday is going to be a front and a back only. You can use a calculator on it. And I mean, honestly, my goal for y'all is we come in Monday. I would say let's have all of page 151 and 152 done. And I'll mark it off and give you the grade for it. Cool? You guys have the rest of the period. Just don't line up by the door, please.